Hey, good afternoon. This is Matthew, Mr. Hope Richerzhagen, coming to you live from the inside of my automobile. It's not live by the time you see this, obviously. Hey, I'm in the cockpit, in the driver's seat of my 2017 Subaru Outback. And I just wanted to share a little bit about my accident, March 8th of 2022. I was driving down the road at 63 miles an hour. And you can see, of course, I'm in my shop. You don't see the highway. This isn't a high dollar production where I would be on the highway and you could see the car coming. He was coming at me at 105 miles an hour. And my car instantly stopped. I went from going 63 miles an hour to zero instantly. It was a complete head-on, bam, just like an incredible collision like you can't even imagine. I can't even believe it. Sitting here thinking about it. And my airbag deployed. My seatbelt was on, otherwise I would be dead. And my airbag deployed and helped save my life too. So I was sitting here and trying to, come to grips with I've been in a car wreck. The first thought I thought was, why would you hit me? What is wrong with you? Because it felt like he did it on purpose because he was going to pass me. And at the last instant, he turned into my lane. And the second thought that I thought was, even if you did it on purpose, I don't know who you are. I don't even care. I forgive you. Because bitterness and unforgiveness will not help you. It's like carrying around a really heavy backpack. It's not going to help you get out of your situation. It's not going to help you heal. If you have bitterness and unforgiveness, now is the opportunity, right now, today, to just lay it down and say, you know what? The past happened, but I'm not going to keep carrying it around. So I was sitting right here and a gentleman came to the door. Hey, there's my ping pong table. A gentleman came to the door and the door would not open because it was jammed. And my car was on fire. There were flames right outside there, which was really exciting. I was trapped in a burning car. My leg was broken. My pelvis was broken. I had 3 broken ribs, burst small intestine, large intestine, colon, bruised heart, bruised lung. It was wild. And a guy climbed in the back seat. His name's Seth Alfred. And he put his arms underneath my arms and I didn't budge. He pulled as hard as he could because I was going to burn to death and he wanted to save my life. And he couldn't budge me. I didn't move. And he tried to reach over and run the seat controls down here and they were all burned up. And the car's on fire. Like there were flames right there. And he's like, all of a sudden my airbag exploded. That was right over here because it got so hot. And he was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And he got down on his knees in the back seat right there. And he said, God, please help me get this guy out of here. And my guardian angel lifted me over right in between where I am, right here, over the seats and into the back seat. And he still couldn't move me. I was too heavy. So he went and got back on the highway right outside the door. And he hollered to the people, come on, somebody come help me. And 2 guys came and grabbed me and dragged me out of the car and got me down on the ground right outside the car. Right out there. And I was bleeding to death because my femoral artery was cut. And this guy knew that I was bleeding out and he knew how to stop it. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. And I just thank the Lord that he would send Mr. Seth Alfred. Thank you, my dear beloved brother, if you see this, to come and rescue me. And he couldn't even do it. My guardian angel had to get me over the seat into the back seat. And people ask me like, what's that like? I'm sitting in this car and I remember everything that happened perfectly, like frame by frame. There's no trauma. Well, trauma isn't the right word. There's no fear. I've never had a flashback. It's amazing how the Lord preserved my body and my mind through this incredible collision. And you know what? God is watching over you. And you may look at your life right now and you may say, my husband's a jerk. My wife is a jerk. My kids don't listen to me. My parents a jerk. The people at church are jerks. The policeman's a jerk. My neighbors are jerks. Whatever your situation is, we tend to take our eyes off the Lord and we look at our circumstance. And really what we need to do is we need to look at life understanding that he is for us. He's protected you and preserved you for you to even be alive to be where you are. You wouldn't even be here. It says in Job, if he thought only of himself, you would perish. You would be dead. So even right now, as you're living your life today, the Lord is watching over you and preserving you and keeping you. And I want to show something I've never shown on video. Right there on my hand. Right there on my hand. I don't know if that shows up very good. Is a burn mark. And I totally get that. There were flames right here. The car was on fire. But what's really interesting is I have the same thing on my elbow, on my knee, and on my foot. I have a burn mark. My jacket that I was wearing wasn't damaged. My pants weren't damaged. My shoe wasn't damaged. It is not possible for me to have a burn scar on my skin through clothes that weren't damaged. That's not possible. And yet it is. And every time I see that burn scar on my hand, right there, I think of God smiling at me. And you may look at your life and you may say, God, how can I have such a grumpy wife? I have such a grumpy husband. I have these grumpy kids. Like, whatever your problem is, remember this right here. It's Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. Life is not happening to you. It's happening for you. And I just want to encourage you that you would view life. Jesus said, if you can see right, you can be right. And he talks about the eye is the candle of the body. If you have the right glasses, see, I take my glasses off, I can't see as well. And if I had dark glasses on and it was dark, then I wouldn't be able to see anything. And a lot of people walk around with dark glasses on. They're looking at life through dark glasses, trying to understand God based on their circumstances. And what God wants you to do is to put on maybe not rose-colored glasses, but certainly not woes-colored glasses. Zig Ziglar used to say that. To understand he's for you. He's allowed things in your life. Challenges and trials. And here's the honest to goodness truth. Life isn't happening to you. It's happening for you. When you understand, Lord, when you ask, Lord, what are you trying to teach me? What do I need to learn in this circumstance? It will change your life. Keep looking up. The Lord is what I learned before my trial, before this accident. God is for me. He is with me, and I will win if I don't quit. May God richly bless you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.